YouTube? It's your boy Chris. I ain't gonna say back with another video. This is my first video. I done recorded a lot, but it's all been scrapped. Just wasn't my quality, just wasn't something I was okay with posting at the moment. But hey, I gotta start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? My first video, it's not gonna be the most ultra 4K, best audio visuals you done ever seen, but I do wanna sit and kind of just like introduce myself, talk about where I'm in life, talk about the current mindset I got right now, and just my mindset moving forward, especially me being like a young adult, still maturing everything, going through different experiences. And so, like I said, name Chris. Name of the channel is Chris's Archive at the time being. I got a clothing brand. It's called, right now it's called Poetic Threads, but I definitely been thinking about rebranding. So it's a good chance that a different name is coming soon. Y'all the only ones that know that. I ain't even told Instagram that. I ain't even tell my mama that. God knew, but other than that, ain't nobody know, but now y'all know. So yeah, it's a good chance I'm finna be rebranding my clothing brand. I'm still early in it, so that's why I'm okay with doing it, but I'm a college student, about to go into my junior year. Right now, it's like, as you can kind of hear, I do have a good amount of stuff going on. On top of that, I'm working 2 jobs. I have friends, I have family, I have all types of relationships. So the mindset I've been having recently is just like understanding the term balance. Like, I feel like it's something that's so easy to talk about, so easy to say, but it's very hard to actually act upon and very hard to actually find that balance. Like, you have to figure out what works for you. Like, I know a lot of times within society, especially with us being a younger generation, I ain't gonna say us, whoever's watching this, I don't care, you could be whatever age, but especially for me, like being part of a younger generation, stuff is so like focused on social media, technology, everything is so fast paced. The value of money has definitely changed. Like, back in the day, I know they always talk about, I used to be able to get a bag of chips for 5 cents and da-da-da-da-da. It's not like that no more. I remember they used to talk about how hard it was to get money, all this other stuff. Like, it's 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds that are millionaires, that's driving dream cars. It's people out here that's playing video games for a living, that's making more than doctors. Doctors going to school for 20+ years to become a doctor. Niggas their salary in a month playing video games. Like, the biggest thing for me is like not being caught up in the sauce, but also not being left behind. Because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of stuff, especially the materialistic things, it's really like the real value, it comes from the value that you place on it. Like, for instance, say you want a pair of Balenciagas. I'm gonna use this as an example because I wanted a pair of Balenciagas for a minute. Say you want a pair of Balenciagas. We know them is a $1,000 pair of shoes. Not anybody's just going out and buying Balenciagas. But I feel like it's one of those things when you have the mindset like, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna get, you're gonna make sure you're putting forth the effort and the time and the dedication to get to what you want, to get that pair of Balenciagas, to get that house, get that credit score that you want. Like, it's all a mind thing. Like, the value that's placed on that is not just the face value of the $1,000. It depends on the mindset and the will you have in order to put forth the work to get what you want. So, like I said, I'm still young, I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out, figuring out that balance in relationships, all that type of stuff. So one thing that I have been trying to focus on is finding that balance of making sure I keep my friends close, my family close, my girl, chasing my dreams, but not getting caught up in chasing money. Because it's so easy to look at money and get caught up on it. Because of course, they say money don't buy happiness, but you gotta think, a lot of stuff that makes you happy costs. You wanna travel, it costs money. You gotta pay for plane tickets, you gotta pay for food, you gotta pay for hotels, like all of this stuff, it costs money. You like reading, that's a one-time investment, but you're gonna have to pay for that book. Like, whatever you wanna do, it pretty much costs. The only thing that you can do for free, and that's even barely, is breathe air. Like, right now, I'm on the trail, you know, as y'all seen earlier, I was riding my bike. It's not too many things that you can do for free. And I feel like even when you get real deep into it, nothing is free. Like, time is money, money is time. I'm spending time riding a bike, doing things that I enjoy doing, but a lot of people can get caught up in that. It's like, no, I'm not doing that, I can be going to get money, which is completely true. Which, if that's what you actually enjoy doing, that's what you genuinely enjoy doing, then by any means do that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, at a young age, I'm trying to get to that point to where I'm not just chasing money, I'm having a balance of knowing when I want to do something that I can do it. Like having that free will to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Because like I said, it's so easy to get caught up and ultimately become a slave to it. It's one of those things, like if you don't find that balance, if you don't know, you can get a bunch of money, but when you get that money, what are you spending it on? Are you blowing it all on clothes and shoes and then not having enough to do this, so now you got to work 10 times harder to make back what you done blew? Like, it gets so much deeper than the surface level. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's so easy to talk about, but it's so much harder to do. Because for me, I know I'm faced with different temptations, different teasers, like on a daily basis. Like, I get on social media, I'm seeing clothes, I'm seeing shoes, I'm into fashion, so that's a trigger for me already. Like, I'm like, dang, like that's hard, I want that. Or them shoes is clean, like I've been wanting them for a minute, I might as well get those. Like, I got the money for it, but ultimately it comes down to having a discipline. Even like when it comes down to seeing the different influencers, like, of course, I feel like this is somebody that everybody talks about, but Quan, like, I think he's 20 now, finna turn 21 or something like that. He's had plenty of Chargers, Challengers, Trackhawks, SRTs. Like, this nigga get big. He's in a skyrise apartment in Atlanta, all of this stuff. Yes, it's good. Yes, it's obtainable. And I don't want people to think that it's not, but it's also, you gotta know, you're not in competition with nobody. Like, a lot of people get caught up in competition, like, oh, he did this at this age, I need to do it at that age. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna get too religious, but you have your speed, you have God's speed. You got your schedule, you got God's schedule. Everything's not gonna happen when you want it to happen. Yes, you can have a date set for when you want certain things to happen, but realistically, like, you never gonna know. For example, say I want a track hawk. I'm 20. Say I want a track hawk by the time I'm 21. I turn 21, I still don't got a track hawk. I'm like, damn, like, I didn't get that track hawk. The next month after my birthday that I turned 21, I get the track hawk. Like, you don't know. Another example, say I want a track hawk by the time I'm 25. I put in the time, the effort, and I have the dedication and the will to put in the effort to get to that goal. And I look up, I got a track hawk by the time I'm 22. Like, it's just little stuff that you got to pay attention to, little stuff that you have to be aware of that makes a huge difference in the long run. Because if you get caught up in everybody else's dreams, what everybody else is doing, you're not gonna end up where you want to be. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, that's just life. That's just realistic. Like, it's not gonna happen. Another big thing that I'm trying to raise awareness to within myself is focusing on, like, the timing of things. Like I said about timing, like, you have your time and you also have God's time, but it's also one of those things where it's like everything is gonna happen the way you want it to happen eventually. So when it comes down to chasing goals, everything, like having fun, like, I'm okay with missing certain things with my friends to work to get towards my goals in the future. Like, and that's just a part of getting to where you want to be. It's gonna take sacrifice, whether that's sacrificing times. You may have to sacrifice a relationship if you realize that relationships are unhealthy. It's just a bunch of different things that plays a role in what you have to do. I talked about having a clothing brand for the longest. Like, if you were a close friend of mine, you know I talked about having a clothing brand since 2020, 2021. My first drop wasn't until this year, 2023. I mean, I started getting everything rolling kind of like at the end of last year, but still it was like one of those things like, dang, I didn't talk about this for so long. I should have low-key been did it. But I did it my way. So at the end of the day, I know that I could have did things better. I had plenty of money that came in, plenty of money that went out, plenty of money I done blew on dumb stuff. Getting back on it, it's like, I got all this money that came in, but where did it really go? Like, yeah, it was good in the time being, like, buying all those clothes, buying all those shoes. But when I think about it, I was like, dang, like, I did that with the money, but the whole time I'm trying to start a business, I could have been 3 drops, 4 drops ahead, like, bought all of that stuff ahead and just been sitting on it. So it's like, yeah, that hurt a little bit because now I'm kind of making up for it. I'm trying to put in that work to get to that point now. But it's also one of those things, it's like, I can't regret it. I can't live in regret. I can't sit here and be sad. I can't, I raised $5,000 and I spent it all and now I can't do that. Like, no, you can't cry about that shit. Like, you gotta learn how to bounce back and just do better. the main thing in life, and this is with anything, whether it's money, relationships, anything, if you look at it as a loss, then that's what it's going to be. But if you learn something from it, it's not a loss. It's never a loss. It's a lesson. And that's what life is all about. It's always learning, getting better, learning lessons and everything else. So yeah, I wasted that money back then. But now I know what to do when I get that amount of money. I know how much it costs to do this. I know how to talk to my manufacturer in order to get the best prices for this. Like, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and understanding that it's going to take time, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take balance. So like I said, those are the main things I want to focus on. But at the end of the day, if you have that connection within yourself, you're going to be okay. You're going to make it. Like, everything is going to be all right. Like, look at me. We here. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it in life. Just keep going. Like, do not give up. You got it. You got it. If ain't nobody told you, Chris is telling you, I'm telling you, you got it. You can do it. Just stay with it. Stay dedicated. Stay motivated. Figure out what motivates you. Figure out your why. Figure out what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, you could see a bum on the street. They ain't got nothing to their name, but they could be the happiest person in the world. If buying $2,000 purses, buying $100,000 cars is what make you happy, do that. Figure out the way to do that. But at the end of the day, do not sit there and mourn on what's not, and try to focus on what is and how to get to where you want. Like, that's the biggest thing I can say. So yeah, I don't want to lecture y'all too much, because I know I can talk a lot, and like I said, this is one of those things it's easy to talk about because it's easier said than done. So I ain't gonna talk about it too much. I have future videos on stuff like this. I may even have like a whole another channel where I start like a podcast or anything like that, just where we could talk, have any questions. Like, I might stream it, whatever is the easiest way in order to get that interaction with y'all, and to make it seem like we having a genuine conversation, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. But the goal is to show y'all raw and uncut footage of me. No, I am not at the top right now, but like I said, I have that mindset. I will get there. So sharing this with y'all now, tools, whatever you want to call it, advice that I'm taking for myself, and the stuff that I'm going to use in order to get to where I want to be in life. I'm definitely not, I'm not going to say I'm not satisfied. Well, yeah, I'm not satisfied with where I am. I'm not going to, how do I word this? I'm comfortable. Like, I'm not stressing things. I'm not in a bunch of stress mentally, but I'm not satisfied. So there's plenty of things that I want in life that I don't have yet, but I'm going to work towards getting them. And I just want this to, my camera kind of old. This mug ended up overheating or something, but I kind of forgot where I left off. But yeah, basically what I was saying is, like, I want y'all to come to the top of me. I want y'all to see the ground. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. So it's not going to be all talks, all advice, all, like, none of that. Like, it's going to be vlogs. It's going to be different challenges. I ain't going to say too many pranks, because I'm not that type of person. I feel like a lot of this stuff be staged. I'm going to be raw, uncut, authentic. But if I can pull off a prank and they completely not know, then y'all going to get some pranks. Y'all going to get some, like I said, vlogs. Y'all going to get car meets. Y'all going to get a day in a life. Like, everything. I'm gonna show y'all my car. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff that I'm gonna do to it. Like, this is just a channel for any and everything. It's gonna be fashion, unboxing, food reviews, like everything. So stay tuned and like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on. And I don't even know how many subscribers I got. I might have like 1 or 2 random people that just subscribe, but I'm gonna just say, the goal for this video, I need 10. I need 10 subscribers, and I just need I need 3 likes. No, I need 5 likes, because I feel like 2 of them is gonna be, no, let me think. 1 gonna be my mama, 1 gonna be my dad. I need about 5 likes. Yeah, so give me 5 likes, give me 10 subscribers, and hey, that's cool for right now. We gonna get there. We gonna focus on the big boy numbers a little later, but like I said, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. I will be trying to be more consistent, making sure I'm posting on a regular basis, not having y'all wait for a long time, and making sure I'm entertaining in some form, some fashion, some way, like whether that's you're genuinely interested in a conversation. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all behind the scenes of my clothing brand. If y'all want advice on what I'm doing, if y'all want me to talk about my journey so far and things that I wish I would have known, if y'all want to hear me talk about my college experience so far, things I wish I would have known prior to that, like, I'm down to talk about anything. So comment some stuff that you'll want to see for future video ideas. And yeah, we out.